All right, listen up, because we've got a serious problem here, and you need to pay attention. You remember Trump's big talk, right? That whole, "I'll never back down on those tariffs" thing? Yeah, well, he folded like a cheap suit. But here's the kicker. Before he caved, he made sure his rich buddies got the inside scoop. We're talking about a classic pump and dump, folks. Look at this graph. See that spike? That's the insiders, the ones in Trump's inner circle, buying low before the rest of us knew what was happening. They knew he was going to back down, so they cashed in. Then, when the news finally hit the streets, they sold high, leaving the regular folks holding the bag. This isn't just shady, it's straight-up corruption. The kind that makes you lose all faith in our markets. It's a slap in the face to every hard-working American trying to make a living. You think your investments are safe? Think again. This kind of crap undermines our entire economy, and it's exactly what those authoritarian types do. They rig the system for their friends, and we get screwed. Maybe the markets bounce back today, maybe they don't, but the damage is done. This kind of insider trading, this blatant favoritism, it poisons everything. And don't tell me it's a coincidence that his billionaire pals got rich while the rest of us got left behind. We have the proof, folks. We have the receipts. Let's play that clip.
It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. He's a financial. I've always been.
Okay, let's cut the crap. You know that Fox News crowd? The ones glued to their screens, worshiping money like it's a golden calf? Yeah, those folks. They eat this stuff up. They're all about those billionaires, drooling over every million they make. You hear them bragging, "Oh, he made billions. He's so smart." Meanwhile, Grandma and Grandpa, who've been watching Fox all day, are living off their measly 401ks, hoping they don't run out. And what's Trump doing? He's dismantling Social Security, showing zero empathy, and turning cruelty into the new normal. Profits over people, billionaires over basic decency. It's like he's stabbing us in the back, one betrayal at a time, destroying everything we used to value. He's not even hiding it. He's straight up telling us he's rigging the system for his rich buddies. Is it arrogance? Stupidity? Doesn't matter. He's playing the authoritarian playbook, normalizing corruption, making us numb to the rot. Every move he makes is about consolidating power, deciding who gets rich and who gets screwed. It's all optics, propaganda, a power grab disguised as business as usual. Even Fox News, those propaganda pushers, are starting to squirm. They're struggling to square their patriotism with the blatant corruption they're peddling. Rupert Murdoch and his cronies are having a tough time keeping up the charade. Let's hear what Charlie Gasparino has to say, because even they can't spin this one.
I want to tell you right now that Donald Trump outsmarted the world. Trust me, I'm an American, I support my president, but that's not really what happened here from what I understand. And I know I'll get pushback, but here's what it is. And from what I understand, and I'm getting this from people that are talking to the White House, what happened in the bond market overnight, the spike in yields on the 30-year and the 10-year bond, which showed that people were dumping our bonds. And who are those people dumping our bonds? Japan, the biggest holder of bonds.
All right, let's break this down, because it's crucial you understand what's happening here. This guy on Fox, he straight up says, "I don't want to say this, because I'm an American and I love our president." That right there? That's the heart of the propaganda machine. That's how authoritarian regimes work. Think about it. A journalist, an expert, shouldn't have to choose between their job and their patriotism. But that's exactly what's happening. He's admitting he's holding back facts. Facts that paint Trump in a bad light. Because he's afraid of the backlash. That's not normal. That's insane. This is straight out of the authoritarian playbook. They twist the truth, they silence dissent, and they demand blind loyalty. That's why the First Amendment and real expertise are so damn important. And even Fox News, those professional spin doctors, are starting to crack under the pressure. They know their viewers want that red meat, that pro-Trump garbage. So they're busy talking about Biden's mental acuity and trans people, anything to distract from Trump's market manipulation. They're terrified of going against their dear leader because the cult won't like it. They've been brainwashing their audience for years, slowly convincing them that democracy's overrated, that a strong man is what we need. It's a calculated strategy, a slow burn towards authoritarianism. But here's the thing, even Fox is starting to show cracks. Seeing them go after Trump this morning? That's a big deal. We, the ones who see through the BS, we know what's going on. But for those trapped in the right-wing echo chamber, this is a wake-up call. You need to see this clip, the one they played on Fox last night. It's important. Watch it. Pay attention.
Would you be open to a pause in tariffs to allow for negotiations?
Well, we're not looking at that.
Will you do a 90-day pause? Would you consider that?
Or Bill, yeah, I think that the president is going to decide what the president's going to decide.
Here's the thing. This is not a negotiation.
There's no postponing. They are definitely going to stay in place for days and weeks. That is sort of obvious.
Okay, so let's get real about this whole tariff mess. You saw that clip, right? They're talking about Trump playing tough. We're not budging on these tariffs. Then, boom, the bond market throws a hissy fit, signaling a global meltdown. Suddenly, Trump's billionaire buddies are whispering in his ear, and he caves. This whole thing reeks of authoritarianism, plain and simple. They're messing with our markets, undermining our economy, and playing games with our livelihoods. Trump's out there acting like he's some kind of king. I'll do what I want. You'll like it. He didn't want to back down, but he had to. And before he did, he made sure his cronies got the inside scoop so they could cash in. This isn't just bad policy, it's corruption at its worst. It's a direct attack on the pillars of our economy, and it's exactly what authoritarians do. They break down our institutions, piece by piece. Trump bragging about the market recovering is a joke. It's barely back to where it was last week. He created this chaos, an imaginary problem, and then pretended to fix it. Nobody negotiated with him. He panicked, and he screwed over every American in the process. And let's be clear, he's fine with a recession if it means more power for him. But a full-blown depression? That's where he draws the line. The bond market was screaming global collapse, and he blinked. But here's the kicker. Stephen Miller, that puppet, tweets about Trump's greatest economic strategy. And Ron Filipkowski nails it with the perfect response. First, the tariffs were the greatest. Now, reversing them is, this is the MAGA cult in a nutshell. They don't believe in anything except Trump. He's their god, and they'll swallow any lie he feeds them. He's a master propagandist, turning Americans against our allies and cozying up to our enemies. He's a bullshit artist, plain and simple, and he's got Fox News and his billionaire buddies backing him up. They obey him like good little authoritarians. We're in a dangerous place, folks. These rich white Republicans care about one thing, their money, and they'll destroy our democracy to get it. But we're not going to let them. We're going to call them out every single time. They want us to feel helpless, hopeless, but we're not giving up. We're going to keep fighting, keep applying pressure, and keep exposing their corruption. Subscribe, stay vigilant, and let's take this country back.